Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's make sure. I think we're all right. And good evening, everyone, and welcome to our, I think we've only done a couple of these, our private event party for our Air Cadets out there. Thanks very much for joining us, and thanks very much for having us do your private party today. Sam and Damon are here. They're going to be helping us out with tonight's art party. And just so you know what you should have for today's event, you should have, I guess we're going to be using 5 different paints to paint this. I think that's right around here. And you're going to need blue, yellow, and red, black and white paint. I think we're using a pencil tonight.
Yep, we'll be using a pencil.
Okay. We've got a couple of brushes. We've got a large brush, a medium brush, and a small brush. We've got a mixing plate to mix a couple different colors. And we've got a half glass of water there and a couple of napkins because Damon's a messy painter. So we've got, and we have we're painting on a 16 by 20 canvas. If you don't have one of those, don't worry about it. You can actually paint on cardboard or whatever you would like. You know, it's art, and we hope you guys enjoy doing it. Also wanted to give a huge shout out to the 327 Southern Kings Air Cadet Squadron. I don't even think I messed that up, but thank you so much for joining us, guys, and Sarah, thank you very much for organizing this. I'm going to get out of the way because I'm just a talking head, and frankly, we've got someone that's much better at painting than the rest of us. Listen, guys, enjoy yourself. It's meant to be a fun evening. We're going to do, hopefully a couple of trivia questions and such as the night goes on. Sam's going to be here helping you out with that. And I don't even know what to call this. So, Air Cadets, meet East Coast Art Party's biggest space cadet. Here comes David.
I'm an honorary Air Cadet today.
You are something.
How we doing, guys?
You are something.
I got my goggles on, I got my hat. We're ready to fly right through this.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, you are.
All right, we're going to start this off nice and easy. We want to get this background done and whatnot so that we can spend a bit more time on that plane, because that's got, most of the detail in this painting. So the first thing we're going to do is our sky. So with our large brush, we're going to take a little bit of blue and some white. We'll start right at the top, going back and forth. And then as we're working our way down, we're just going to start picking up more white so that it lightens up. And we're going to go a little bit lower than halfway with this. So that's nice and light around that horizon line. So let's pick up some blue and some white. And start right at the top. Now this is a sky, nice and streaky, don't worry about that. Every sky is going to look a little different. Little bits of paint at a time, just spread it out. So we will be taking this, like I said, just a little bit past halfway. So there, let's take it right down to about here. Yeah, about there. Little bits of blue. Or as we like to say here,
A petit peu
de la bleu.
bleu. Any tips there for making that, like blend nice over across?
You just pick up little bits, so it's just little bits of blue and white at the same time, and just brushing back and forth, and it blends right on the canvas.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard are you pressing on the canvas right now?
A 4.
A 4. Okay, so slightly less than half.
Yeah.
I know everybody's out there. They're wondering.
Yeah.
They're out there going, hey, I don't know how hard to press this darn thing.
We're pressing about a 4.
Yep. As Bob Ross
Hey, that
would
works.
say.
Yeah.
As Bob Ross would say.
What would Bob Ross say?
I would probably say something like, "Make love to the canvas."
Yep. That is something Bob Ross would say.
It is. Yep.
Nice little brush strokes.
Looks like a nice day.
It is a nice day. It's always a nice day when we paint. And we paint every day.
Oh, here we go, Space Cadet.
Come on, man. I love my job. It's great. And that's our sky. So I'm just going to wipe off my brush. And we're going to do some on the water here before we take a little break. You know, nice and easy. You guys can get caught up. No rush. So I just wipe my brush off. We are going to start again with some blue right across the horizon line. And then as we're working that down, first thing we're going to do with blue on our brush is we are going to take tiny itty bitty pin pricks of of yellow. We're going to blend that in so it gives us a little bit of tealy.
Tealy?
Tealy.
Tealy?
Tealy.
Tea leaves?
Tea.
Are you going to read my palms?
I'll read your palms. So it's going to turn a little tealy. Not too much yellow, otherwise it's going to turn green. It's just little itty bitty pin pricks. If you accidentally put a little too much yellow, don't stress about it. You can wipe some of it off. You can wait till it dries. You can get some more blue on there. Not a big deal at all.
By the way, I got to give you a little bit of credit here, Damon.
Just
You,
a little?
Just a touch, just a touch.
Just
you
a
know,
pinprick.
Still, just
A
a
pinprick.
petit peu.
A petit peu.
You know, I still want you to fit in that hat you're wearing. So,
Okay.
You know, your head can't get too big. But Sarah gave us a picture of that the plane.
Yeah.
And I remember telling you, you know.
Here's a plane.
Yeah, here's a plane. Let's give it a
Do a
cool
painting.
background. And anyway, if we're being completely honest with our viewers, the original project is
it's
actually
exactly
right
that
back
one.
there.
It's that one, yeah.
He had the palm trees, but they were too large. I thought it would took away from the plane. And anyway, and so I sent him back to the drawing board.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sent
yeah.
me back to the easel.
After our meeting.
Yes.
Yeah, and anyway, and he came up with
This is what we came
with
up
what
with.
we're doing right now, which I think
I think it's great.
and
I
hope you guys
fully agree.
enjoy.
Like those palm trees, it's pretty, but it would have taken away from.
I can't wait to do that particular.
We're doing that this week.
Are we?
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it would have taken away from the plane.
Yeah.
So I like this.
Yeah.
And you got to see the plane. The plane bus. The plane.
The plane. Where does that from?
Oh.
I
It's got that dude and tattoo.
tattoo. Yeah.
Ah.
Hey, the plane, boss. The plane. The plane.
I'm at a
I
loss.
can picture their shirts.
I will give you a hint. Island is in the name of the show.
Is it Gilligan's Island?
Nope. That's a whole other show. Fantasy Island.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
By the way,
I only know
there's
like two
no
references.
chance, Sam, that you know.
No, I have no idea.
Sam's the
Sam's even yeah.
Sam's the
baby.
resident youngin,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm actually. I mean, that was like when I was extremely young, so that's a long time ago. And I do remember Tattoo. He was the short little, you know, looked like a Hawaiian fella.
Yeah.
And I don't remember much about the intro other than him looking up with another fella, and they were going, "The plane, boss, the plane, the plane."
The plane.
I'm surprised you know that, Damon.
I probably picked it up from a meme, like, let's be honest. Alright, so I got some blue on. I'm picking up little itty bitty pin pricks of yellow and some white. Let's see how it's giving us this little bit of teal color. Now, generally, once we finish our background, we'll move the camera so that it's a close-up shot of just the canvas. And then you'll be able to see like the details when I do the trees and all of that.
I've just been informed that this is not a plane either. This is a glider.
I apologize. It is a glider.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. My mistake.
No, not your mistake.
The
My
glider
mistake too.
boss. The
The
glider.
glider boss. The glider boss. The glider.
Uh,
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
not really. Yeah, we can get that nice and streaky as well. Again, we're pressing at about a 4.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
So do gliders have engines?
I don't think so.
Or do they just glide?
Yeah, they
I don't
glide.
think so.
Gliders don't have engines, no.
No.
They get towed, right?
Yeah,
I believe
Bob.
so. I think I know that.
Yeah, and then, yeah. Okay, I feel like I've watched a video of one being towed
Yeah.
into there.
You just hop in the back. There's another plane that takes you up, and you're just kind of going like. That'd be me going up in the plane.
There we go.
Beautiful.
That's
Oh,
fair. I'm fairly certain that's my most favorite theme song of all time.
That is cool. That's cool. See, whenever I hear that theme song or anything like that, I always remember being a kid and sick. Because whenever I was sick and staying home, of course, you'd watch Bob Barker, Price is Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then I would also watch the Indiana Jones series, right? Always.
You watched Price is Right, did you?
Of course.
Yeah, and you're okay. So this is a serious question. What was your favorite game on Price is Right?
The one with the
Plinko?
well, Plinko was good. Plinko was good. But they had that one with the that little yodeler. Nice.
I will tell you what that is. That's the mountain climber game.
There
And
you
he
go. Is there a button for that? I think there's a button for
I feel
that.
like we should turn the camera around.
So for the rest of the evening, we'll just get Len doing sound effects and noises.
Do you really? Do we have one? Did Jeff find one?
I think so.
Oh, I'm gonna find that if there is.
I don't know.
I like. I see the
Take a look at it.
ding.
Oh,
That was
great.
yeah. That was by far my favorite. But Plinko was always.
Plinko was great.
Yeah, Plinko was always
Plinko
good.
was great.
You ever watch Price is Right?
I did, but it was always when I was like kind of sleeping after school.
Okay, fair enough. You never really paid attention.
I didn't fully pay attention.
Fair enough.
I remember them spinning the really big wheel.
Oh, of course.
And yelling
yeah.
out numbers.
Showcase Showdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get some happy little clouds in there. And to get those happy little clouds in, we're going to be using our medium brush and little bits of white. And the way I put the clouds in is I actually hold my paintbrush up and down, and I put my finger on the bristles. Can they see that on camera?
Come a little bit closer.
Yeah. A little closer. Remember? With arid extra dry. Remember? Didn't we look that up one day?
Oh, we did. We did. Oh, the things.
We've searched a lot of random things.
We have. But, now we have all of these new facts.
Yep.
They come in handy. So I hold my paintbrush up and down, I put it on the canvas, and we start doing light little circles. So we're pressing a bit lighter, so we're probably pressing at about a 2. So it's very lightly. We're just smudging in that paint. Get a happy little cloud.
Should we do like a close up?
Yeah, we can get close up. Let's see. Let's get you in there. Just give me 1 second while I'm moving this camera for you guys. There we go. That should be good.
So in
just so you know, just do a little twist on that, and then this comes out.
Oh, neat.
Makes it a little easier for you.
Okay.
Anyway, so hey, everyone out there, you're not the only one learning something new.
I don't know, all this techie stuff.
All the
techie stuff.
Technical thing.
They only just started letting me touch the computer. Because last time, when we first started, I hit something and it completely deleted a stream. So they were like, no computer for you, Damon.
Yeah. Damon, you're cut off.
Hey, these things happen. Sorry. Like little circles.
One hour later.
You like that button, don't you, Sam?
Hey, it was Lynn.
Oh, that was Lynn. Okay.
Yes, she does.
I do though. Yeah.
So Sam's still learning all the buttons. So earlier today, she was just palming all of them.
All your clouds look the same.
I'm not done yet.
Hey, every time I paint, all my clouds look exactly the same.
Really?
Every time.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. She
And
suffers
then
from
it's the
chronic
same.
cloudy sameitis.
Nice.
All right.
Well, all Damons look like mountains. They got a peak and then they go down.
Hey, if you can see something in my clouds, that's good.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I
good.
can see something, and all of them are the same. I'm
they're-
kidding. I'm kidding.
Now you're making me cloud conscious.
I like that one.
That's a nice cloud.
Nice cloud.
It's a nice boulder. I like that boulder.
All right, well, I'm happy with my clouds. I like my clouds.
They should. They look good.
Don't judge my clouds.
I'm judging them, but they look good.
They're beautiful.
Everybody's clouds are going to be different.
So fluffy.
Except mine, they're all the same. All right, one more thing before we take that break I was talking about. Medium brush is clean. We're going to take a little bit of black. We're just going to put in a little piece of land. We're going to paint it in black. Then we're going to let this all dry before we move on to anything else. So let's dip this a little bit down into our water. And then let's give it a nice little hill. And we'll paint that in with a thin coat of black.
So any reason or I guess it's just like a little triangle with the wavy, curvy, nervous line, eh?
It's a piece of land. I think you're overthinking this one.
Yes, I'm just trying to give
No, I hear you. I hear you. But
Trying to help them out. A lot of them probably first time picking up a paintbrush since who knows when.
a piece of land, we don't have to overthink about. That's why I don't really do basic shapes with it. I started right at the horizon line. We dipped it down into the water a little bit, and then we went up with a nice little hill. Now see how it's got some bumps in it? That's good. It's a piece of land. We just need that black because we got to put some trees and bushes and whatnot on there. So all of that will be covered. We just need that as a base. And then we're going to take a nice little break, let it dry before we do some more. Because when we come back, we will be drawing on our plane and painting all of it in with a thin coat of white. While that's drying, we're going to jump down to our trees and do some more there. So we will be right back. All right, we're back. So I know our black isn't quite dry yet, but all of these clouds are. So we need to start some drawing. And what I always do with the drawing, I don't know if you guys have seen our other videos and whatnot, is I break it down into basic shapes and walk you through it one step at a time. Also, because sometimes with that I might move a little bit quicker, I get usually Len to do the basic shapes as well. So he does it step by step, and then he can show you his. But Len just had to take off, so it's me and Sam tonight. We're going to finish this off with you. So I have Sam with a piece of paper and a pencil, and she is going to be doing our basic shapes. Now you have to follow exactly what I did here, Sam.
Wait,
You can't just freehand it.
I'll do my best.
Okay. All right. Move you right out of the way here. And I will pop you in there. All right, so there's 4 steps. Wow. 4 steps to this glider. Sorry, I keep calling it a plane. I'll call it a glider. 4 steps to this glider. I broke it down into as simple shapes as I could. Step number 1. We start off with a nice long rectangle. It's a nice long rectangle. And you can reference the photo that should be on screen there to see where you should put it. And I'm going to leave these up for a little while too. So we get a nice big rectangle. That's going to be like the main body of our glider. We got a little rectangle coming off the tail here, which we will turn into the tail. The oval is kind of the start of the front of the glider. I don't know the technical names for different parts of the glider. Should have looked that up beforehand.
I can't help in that aspect, unfortunately.
You have Google.
I do have Google, you're right.
So another thing when you're drawing is instead of trying to do a shape in just one fluid motion, you can do it in short little strokes. Do short little ones, because it's hard to put your pencil on and get like a perfect oval in just one go. But if you go lightly and slowly, you can get oval. So we got this nice long triangle-ish shape. That's for the wing. And that's our step 1.
Okay,
Okay.
cockpit.
Well, yeah, we know the cockpit.
Canopy or nose?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I've heard that one before.
Yeah,
That's all. That's all you got. That's all Google gave you.
That's what Google gave me.
Okay, cool.
It gave me a diagram.
Step 2 is down here. So the orange lines, the orange dotted lines, are what we drew originally in step 1. The black lines are the ones that I added on for step 2. So for example, see up here, the wing meets our nice long rectangle. Then there's our oval. We added in a little curve for the glass of the cockpit. On the tail, we added in this little triangle. You can see the difference there. Down on the bottom tail, we just changed that shape a little bit.
I'm with Lynn on the eraser thing.
Why didn't you bring an eraser in?
I don't own any erasers.
You're an artist, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then our oval, we connected that right up here. Nice basic shapes. From these, we did take it a little bit further over here. So this is step 2, but without the orange lines. And right here, I just added in a little window for our cockpit. And the tire. So let me see if I can get all of this on camera. There we go. How'd you do, Sam?
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
It's taking me a while.
She's like color coding it and everything. She's putting a little person in there. That's great.
Alright,
All right, show the people. The people want to see yours, Sam.
here we go.
Bam!
Ta-da! So the light purple is the finished product.
Not bad, not bad. It's very colorful.
Thank you. I'm gonna do a trivia question.
You got some trivia for me.
Yeah.
All right, all right. What do you got?
How many different ways are there to make change for $1?
317. 26. Higher or lower?
Then 26?
Yeah.
Higher.
100.
Higher.
700.
Lower.
500.
Lower.
300.
Lower.
92.
Higher. You said 100 already.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. So with the medium brush, we are painting in our plane with white. 400.
Lower than 400.
325.
Lower than 325.
225.
Higher than 225.
295.
Lower than 295.
250.
Higher than 250.
275.
Higher than 275.
285.
Higher than 285.
295.
Lower than 295.
290.
Higher than 290.
293.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I knew I'd get there eventually.
I'm coughing, but I don't have the Rona.
You don't have the Rona.
No.
Well, these people are sitting at home painting. They don't. It doesn't matter to them. It's me. Stay
I'm
away from
telling
me.
you, I
Keep
don't
the
have
6 feet away from me.
I am 6 feet away from you.
Okay.
I think.
There's a measuring tape somewhere.
It's too much work.
Okay. So I'm not painting in the windows.
That's nasty.
Like I said, she doesn't know all the buttons yet, so she's just pressing them all.
I like this one. Work.
That's so beautiful.
So beautiful.
I am not a DJ.
We can tell. No. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. So we have our glider painted in with white. One other little thing I'm going to do to it before we let it dry is with the smallest pinprick of white on that medium brush. There's barely any because I wiped it off. I'm going to lightly smudge just a little bit into the windows. There you go.
Beautiful. It's like some eyelashes.
Some eyelashes.
Kind of.
Sure, Sam. Now we need to let that glider, I keep wanting to say plane. I apologize. I will try my hardest to keep saying glider. We need to let that glider dry. So while we're letting it dry, we will bounce over here to our trees. And for these trees, with our medium brush, we need to make some green. To make green, we're going to start off with a nice big scoop of yellow. And then we are going to add in a petit peu de la bleu.
Woo!
A little bit of blue.
And petit peu de la bleu.
Petit peu de la bleu. And for these trees, we're going to be doing some dabbing. So I made green. I'm going to wipe my brush off. What? Well, get up. Change the camera angle. What's wrong?
I'm coming.
Can't see over here?
No.
Why not?
Oh, I guess you can't. There.
Back it up. Oh, no, it's fine.
That's
If
good.
it's in here, it can still be seen.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. That's okay. So we're going to be doing some dabbing. So with that medium brush, I wiped it off. We're going to take a little bit of green. And we're going to start dabbing with the skinny side of our brush. And as we're going across, we'll start picking up little bits of white at the same time and keep dabbing, just so it gives us different colors of trees. We're going to start right here at the end of our piece of land with some short ones. And as they're going to the right-hand side, they are getting taller and taller. Just light little dabs. White on my plate here. So, a little bit of green first. Light little dabs. A little touch of white. My green's not very dark. Let's make that a little darker. So what'd you get up to today, Sam?
Oh my God. Okay. Nothing.
Nothing. Wow.
I'm just
Wow.
kidding. I was here in the morning,
But yeah, I know that. I was here too.
and I went to the doctor.
Oh,
That's the extent of my day.
that's an exciting Thursday.
I know. Oh, and then I went home and I made supper.
Oh, what'd you make for supper?
It was like a sausage and potatoes and carrots and onions and like salt, pepper and paprika, and you just toss it all together and stick it in the oven and roast it all.
Okay. So not quite like a casserole or anything,
No.
but more just like a
Just like roasted veggies and sausage.
nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It was tasty.
Yeah. I was a little hungry, so right next door we have a spot called Brits Fish and Chips. And, got the chicken burger from there.
Was it good?
Oh, it was so good. And he loaded it with a ton of like banana peppers. And like, it was a huge piece of chicken, deep fried. Oh,
Oh man, that sounds
terrible for me, but it was so good.
good. Speaking of fish and chips,
Yeah.
I got the wild caught cod burger from A&W, and it was actually delicious.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it tasted like fish and chips in a burger,
Huh.
and it's like two actual fillets, and then like coleslaw and tartar sauce on top, and then just in a bun.
That sounds interesting.
It was really good. I was
Alright.
happily surprised.
Don't remember the last time I've gone to A&W. I'll have to check it out. So there's dabbing on our trees. Now, while that is still a little bit wet, and I still have those colors on my brush, I'm going to pick up the tiniest little pinprick of black and wipe it off. Just an itty bitty bit. Because we're going to do some light little dabs to darken up some of these areas. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Nice.
Thank you.
Alright, that was good timing.
The word dark came out of your mouth and I was like instantly searching. Squeaky chair.
Well, then don't sit on that chair.
No, it's comfortable.
But it's squeaky. She just got all sad. I'm like, oh, but it's a comfy chair.
Hey, I don't get it, but I love it.
I don't know, but it works. It works. All right, after those trees, excuse me, we can add a little bit more yellow into our green. Just adding some more yellow into it. So we get a different shade of green. And this time with a scrunched up napkin, we're going to dab in the bush. So on top of all of this black, there's some bush in there. So you pick up a little bit of paint, wipe it off, and we start dabbing. We can get some white, we can get a little bit of black.
Fun
Nice
fact.
light little dabs. Fun fact, you throwing some knowledge at us?
Fun fact,
All right, what's up?
more than 80% of the population is afraid of flying.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you afraid of flying, Sam?
I am not. I used to be.
Oh, okay.
Now I have an airplane tattooed on my back.
Oh, yes, we were talking about that earlier. That's awesome.
Also, only 5% of the world's population has ever been on an airplane.
Only 5% of the world's population?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that one surprised me. That's not very many people.
Not many people at all.
So after dabbing in some of that white and green, I'm just lightly dabbing in a touch of black.
Apparently, some planes can fly for more than 5 hours after one of their engines. So does that make them half of a glider?
I'd assume so. I don't know.
I don't know.
How long do gliders usually fly?
I have no idea. Let's find out.
That'd be interesting. Find out how long they kind of go up for.
Oh, about 8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours. That's amazing.
Bring your coffee with you.
You need it.
Okay, so we're going to bounce back to our glider here for a minute. Do a little bit more there. And then we're going to go back down to our water. I'm trying to space it out so that we do a bit here, and then while this dries, we go down here and we bounce back and forth. We need to make that goldy yellow color. So to make that color, we're going to take our medium brush. We're going to take a scoop or two of yellow. We're going to take a tiny, itty, bitty, little tiny pinprick of red. we're going to take even a smaller pinprick of blue. And then we're going to take some white. So again, we started with some yellow, a little pinprick of red, smaller amount of blue, and some white. Now when I stir this together, I might have to adjust the amounts there, but this should get us pretty close. Give you a real close up. So, took some yellow, little bit of red, even smaller amount of blue, and some white. We'll stir this together and see if we got to adjust. Not too bad. Mine's looking a little bit greenish. I'm going to add some more red to it. Oh, that might have been a little too much red. It's kind of trial and error, that goldy color. But it does need that little pinprick, like itty bitty tiny bit of blue into it. There we go. That's better. So I did add a little bit more red into mine. I think we got pretty close here. And I always wipe my brush off before we start painting. What you doing, Sam?
I'm looking for another trivia question.
Wow, somebody's unprepared.
Yeah, it's me.
It's you. And with our medium brush, we are painting in zipplane. Watch anything good on Netflix these days, Sam?
Well, I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine today after we were talking about it earlier.
After this morning's incident.
Yep. And then, what else have I been watching? Well, Queer Eye.
Oh, yeah.
Some of those, like, we watched the Filthy Rich, that Jeffrey Epstein documentary.
Oh, yeah, you like documentaries, don't you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. What else? I've been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender over again.
Okay. I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, I have like 16 different shows on the go right now.
Wow.
What else?
Have you watched Space Force yet?
Yes, that was what I was trying to think of for some
That's
reason.
the
I couldn't
word.
remember.
That was a good one. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It had some mixed reviews, but I enjoyed it.
Agreed. Yeah, I really.
Oh, do
I
you?
feel like people probably just couldn't get like the Office Steve Carell out of their minds.
Yeah, but I mean, he was good in it.
Oh yeah,
He's
I really
Steve
enjoyed
Carell. I love Steve Carell.
it. He's like, yeah,
He's awesome.
yeah.
So I've painted in the whole plane with that goldy color. One other thing I'm going to do with it, with my little brush and that goldy color, is we're going to paint in those lines dividing the windows.
Yummy.
You like that button.
I do.
Now, do you watch Tubi?
No.
No?
What is it?
It's a free app, and it's got shows and movies and whatnot on it.
Okay.
It's just like every movie has like 3 10-second ads, so it's like little commercials. Like really, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And they're not like huge A-list movies, not all of them. They do have a few. Anyway, I just saw on there the other day, or last week, so I've been like binge watching it. a TV show from when I was a kid, and I remembered watching a few episodes. When I saw it, I would like lost my mind. I'm like, oh my god, yes, this is awesome! It's called The Lost World.
Okay.
Do you remember that one?
No.
No? Ah, so good. But watching it again is so funny because it's like, oh, it's so bad. Like, the acting's good, but like the CGI and whatnot of the dinosaurs is so bad. But it's so good.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it was like my favorite show growing up. Alrighty. We got our plane painted in. Or, sorry, glider. We got our glider. It's a glider. We got our glider painted in. So we can bounce back down to the water now. So for the little bit of a reflection that's in the water there, we'll take our medium brush and we'll wet it in our water. And yes, your water might be a little dirty. That's fine. And we're going to take a tiny, itty bitty little pinprick of green first. I guess I should show you guys what I'm doing. I dip my brush in the water. Take a little tiny bit of green. We're going to wipe it off a whole bunch. See how it's like super watery? That's a green wash. You can do this with any color paint. We're going to be doing it with black next. So a little bit of this green wash. Little bits at a time. And we're just going to start dabbing some of that in. There isn't too much rhyme or reason to this other than we want this side to be longer and this side to be shorter. Gives the little hint of a reflection of these trees.
Okay, I have another trivia question while you're doing that.
Hopefully it's better than the last one. No, I'm kidding.
Ha ha. You're funny. What year was the world's first real glider built?
Ah.
And you guys can answer this too.
What year was the world's first real glider?
Yeah.
See, I have no point of reference for that at all. I can't even, like, what year were planes invented?
Like 1902.
1902? Okay, so, like,
Maybe a little bit later than that. I don't really
was it 1940?
know.
Was it 1942?
When the plane was invented, or when
No, when the glider.
Do you think the plane was invented before the glider?
Okay, 1802.
After.
I'm working backwards. Years is hard because I'm like, when you're like after, before, older, it's confusing.
Higher. I'll go higher.
How does higher work?
Well, if it's after, then it's a higher number.
Are you guys as confused as I am? I don't know. I'm gonna paint some shadows. So I watered down a little black, same thing. We'll do some dabbing of that on there. 1890.
Before that.
1870.
Before that.
1820.
After that.
1842.
After that.
1852.
After that.
1860.
Before that.
So it's in the 1850s.
Correct.
Okay. 1856.
Before.
1854.
Before.
1853.
Yeah.
See, I had to stop and ponder it every single time when you said before or after. I'm like, okay, which way is that? The date ones are hard.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm
So
a
it
little
was
simple.
made by a British engineer named George Cayley.
Okay. Drop some more knowledge on us. Tell us some more about this plane, Sam. Elaborate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no pressure or anything, but part of your job. No.
So gliders can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, 1 second. Okay, yeah. 100 to 200 miles apparently.
Oh wow.
And many people have at least once made a flight of 300 miles or more.
That's crazy.
Just gliding.
I don't know. I'd feel kind of nervous in that.
That it would just like fall to the ground.
Kind
I
of,
don't
because
wanna
you
say
don't
that
have
because
an.
you guys probably like
What?
fly these all the time, but
Yeah, and I'm sure they're safe. Like they've got to be safe, of course. But I feel I would be a little bit nervous because you don't have an engine, and like you guys know what you're doing, definitely.
yeah.
I don't know.
Props to you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, good job. I don't know if I can do it.
Somebody has to do it, and it's not going to be either of us.
Exactly. I'll paint as many gliders as you want. I don't know if I can fly one. I mean, it'd be fun. It would be. So, small brush and some white. We're going to lightly add some little streaks into our water. These are like little ripples. So it's very, very lightly. So this time we're pressing at about a 1. So we're barely just grazing that canvas nice and light.
When I try to do this, I'm always accidentally pressing at like a 5.
Ah. Well, I do this little trick. I stick my pinky out.
That was the first thing that I learned from you.
Yeah, it's a neat little trick. And my pinky actually rests on the canvas, and then it can like guide how hard you're pushing. And then as I'm painting, my pinky is keeping that pressure steady.
Just a little closer.
Just make sure we got the whole canvas in there.
I believe so.
Okay. Sam, let's learn some more about gliders.
Okay.
How high do they go before they... Because they release from the plane, right? So how high do they go first? I'm curious about that.
Let's find out.
All right. Let's learn some more.
How
I'm sure you guys know. You should know.
is a glider fly?
I don't know.
So, depending on the climate and terrain,
Mm-hmm.
you can have. Oh wow! Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You can allow climbs in excess of 3,000 meters.
3,000
Like,
meters. That's over 10,000 feet?
9,800 feet. So close.
Ah.
Anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 feet, apparently.
That's pretty high up.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Alrighty. Let's keep going on this glider. Should be nice and dry now. And it is. So you know how we made that watered down black for over here? We're going to make a little bit of that on our plate so that we have it ready. And then we are going to lightly start putting some of that in to give the glider all those shadows and whatnot. It'll kind of define the glider a bit more. I'll take a little bit of water over to my mixing plate, a little tiny touch of black paint. Just stirring it together right there. And very, very small amounts of this at a time, because a little bit goes a really long way. You don't need very much. So small amount on your brush and wipe it off. Because you can always add more. It is hard to take it away. Let's start adding some shadow. Let's bounce up to this wing first. Nice and light. You'll see with the first few brush strokes if you need to add a little tiny touch more water or a little tiny touch more black. But the key is little bits. What other knowledge you got on us there, Sam? I'm going to be quiet for a minute while I'm doing this, so,
All
you
right.
know. Let's see.
Gliders can fly at over 150 miles an hour.
Well, they know this trivia.
Oh yeah.
They know those
I
facts.
thought you wanted to learn more about gliders.
Well, I do. Okay. Sure. I don't know.
Let's see. Okay. Here's those facts. No number from 1 to 999 includes the letter A in its word form.
I thought this was going to have something to do with gliders. Guess not. Okay. Neat. The more you know. So these are light little details, guys, using this watered down black. Very little bits at a time. And as soon as I'm done with this, I will stand back and I'll let you guys look at it for a few minutes, just so you don't feel rushed. If you feel like I'm doing this part a little bit too quick.
See what else I can find here.
Hey, Sam.
Yes.
You know, I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around. That's actually Sam's laugh. I know it sounds like she's crying right now, but that is her honest, true laugh. It used to worry me whenever she would laugh because I'm like, "Are you sure you're okay?" But no, she's not crying, guys. Don't worry. The joke wasn't that bad.
Or was it?
It might have been.
If a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they
Oh,
guilty of resisting arrest?
Nice.
Did you know that one?
I did.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah. Today was a busy day, though. I mean, I was cleaning out stuff around here, and I was giving away all of the dead batteries free of charge. But
Could have come more prepared for these things.
yeah, you do.
To be honest, I thought Len was going to be here the whole time.
Oh, he had a meeting that he had to run off to.
That's fair.
He's a busy man.
I-
He's a busy man. That's why we got you.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. There we go. All right, I'm going to leave that up there for a minute. I'm not going to touch it anymore till you guys get a little bit more caught up there. Just I know that might take a few extra minutes. So.
I heard that FedEx and UPS are joining.
Oh yeah.
They're going to be known as Fed Up from now on.
Fed up. But there you go. There you go.
Just goes on forever, doesn't it?
That's okay. Yesterday I was talking to a dolphin. We just clicked. We'll be right back, guys. You guys can finish that off. We'll give you a minute. Are we back?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. We're going to take our little tiny brush and we're going to take a little bit of blue. And with that blue, we are actually going to add in a little pinprick of black and a little pinprick of white. This is just to change the color a bit so it kind of matched the picture that I was sent for the blue stripe that was on here. So a little pinprick of black and a pinprick of white.
Lift the plate just a little bit.
Which gives me that navy blue. Dripping black paint all over. That's fine. I'm a messy painter.
That's why you have napkins.
Exactly. Exactly.
And an apron.
A little bit of paint on my apron. Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little. And with that light blue, or sorry, that blue and our small brush, we're going to paint in that little strip. So start with a skinny line first. And then we'll go back, we'll just thicken it up a little. Hey Sam, do you know, this is the first year that I'm not going to Fiji because of coronavirus.
Really?
Yeah, usually I don't go because I'm poor. But
Is there one of those drum things in here?
yeah, there is.
What? What's Forrest Gump's password?
I don't know, what is Forrest Gump's password?
One, Forrest, run.
That was all right. That was all right. That was all right. We'll give you that. We'll give you that.
It's been better. I'll admit.
I did just finish reading a book about the greatest basement ever made. It was a bestseller. See, Sam's new, so I get to bring back. There we go. There's the button. All of these jokes I've already used on Len, so like you're fresh to them. You get to hear them all.
Two guys walk into a bar and the third one ducks.
Nice. Classic. Classic.
What do you call a dog that can do magic?
What do you call a dog that can do magic?
A labracadabrador.
I like it. I like it. That's a good one. I told you that's a really squeaky chair. Really squeaky.
I'm sorry, guys.
That was my subtle hint to get out of it because it's annoying.
It's gone.
All right. So then with our little tiny brush and black, we're going to lightly start some rough outlines. So she went from a stool to a chair that is like half a foot off the ground. It's like a little kid's chair. She looks so little right now. So, sorry, let's get back painting, guys. Let's focus.
Nope.
Little tiny brush, a little bit of black. I am going to wet the bristles just a tiny bit. No, that is correct. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit of black. We're going to hold the paintbrush close to the bristles because the lighter we press against the canvas, the skinnier our lines will be. We're lightly going to start some outlining. But we're not looking to get a perfectly solid outline. I call them like short, sketchy brush strokes.
Oh no!
There we go.
That's a good angle.
It's a good zoom.
We get to see less of your face this
What?
way.
What?
What?
So you can see my face?
No, I said we get to see less of your face this
Oh,
way.
ouch. That's just rude.
What is toot toot?
Do-do-do.
That's so cute.
So like I said, it's like little sketchy brush strokes. Not looking for a solid outline.
What did the pirate say when he turned 80?
Arr, matey. Come on, you gotta do better than that.
Dang it.
How much does it cost for a pirate to get his ear pierced? About a buccaneer.
Why is it so long?
That was a good one, eh? Yeah.
When a woman is giving birth, she is literally kidding.
Wow.
That's terrible. I don't know why I'm given like the joking job. I'm really bad at it.
Because that's your job. That's what you're supposed to be doing right now, Sam.
I'm trying.
It's alright, it's alright. You're doing okay, you're doing okay.
What did the buffalo say to his son when he dropped him off at school?
Bye, son.
Damn it.
You realize I am a father. I know all of the dad jokes, okay?
That's fair.
Yes, yes. There we go, like little accents of black.
I just watched a documentary about beavers. It was the best damn show I've ever watched.
Not bad,
Thank you.
not bad, not bad.
I got a not bad, guys. That's the win right there.
You'll work your way up to a noise. All right, let's keep adding some more little accents on here. I'm not really sure what these things are. The little bits. Why don't you Google that? There's like, look at the picture. I know I put them on there because they were on the
They're
glider.
little wheels. I think.
Those are wheels?
I think.
Oh.
You know, like the front wheel would touch down and then the back wheels would touch down.
But these guys are really little, but there's also the ones on the wings.
Oh. What are those? I don't know.
Are they like tow lines?
Oh, maybe tow lines. That would make sense. That would
But
definitely
the
make
toe
sense.
line is in the front. The toe line's in the front.
Well, it would be.
It's right here. Because that's what was on the picture that was sent. I left that
dang.
little toe line out.
I don't know. Okay, can you
I don't
guys
know.
answer that question?
Yeah. They got to serve a purpose. I know there's like a little antenna
Yeah.
up here. But they were in the picture, so I had to put them on the painting.
That's looking great there, Dana.
Aw, thanks.
You're welcome.
That's so nice. There we go. And we also got to put the tire in. I didn't forget about that. Don't worry, guys. I knew we had that part to do.
I had a dream that I was a muffler last night. I was exhausted.
Nice.
I got a noise.
Because I'm stealing that one. I'm using that tomorrow. That's great.
Len's right though. The ones that you can just like say nonchalantly instead of like asking a question, those are the best ones.
Yeah. So I did the tire in black, and then there was still black on my little brush, so I just rolled in some white and did the little center on that tire.
Looking good.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
I don't trust planes. They're always up to something.
Can I revoke that nice?
No.
So, Sam.
Oui, mon ami.
Okay. When you're finished with those little details on the plane, you have to do the most important step of any painting, which would be...
Sorry, that was a little soon.
She hit the button too soon. We're going to try that again, Sam.
Okay.
All right, take two. When you're finished with the little details of that plane, you have to do the most important step of any painting, which would be... Sign it!
Oh, is there another one that I'm supposed to press?
There is, but that's okay. That works. That works. There we go.
Finish him.
That's a good one. So yeah, that is the last step on the painting. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. Usually Len comes in to do his little close. We haven't quite trained Sam on that yet. That's fine. But yeah, have a lovely evening.